Entire lineup 1 through 9 the same. Even positions, now there's the 1-1 to Burke. Hot shot to the left side. That's through into left field. So Burke beats the shift, and he's on as a leadoff base runner. First pitch to Robbie's a fastball over the heart of the plate. It's 0-1. He scored the tying run for the Aces in an eventual 7-6 walk-off win. 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. He's also allowed just one home run, so he keeps the ball in the yard. 1-2. Slap to the left side. Could be 2 to second for 1. Ward over to first. Just got him. So Glendinning hits into the 5-4-3 double play. 2 up, 2 down. Do that after this first pitch to Skull. He swings at the first pitch and sends one out of play, foul. That gets into the seats. So
each team opting to keep it the same because, frankly, it was a solid effort from both sides. That was one of the more balanced games that we've seen all year.
And then the 10th inning featured 3 runs. Adelaide got 1 in the top half. The Aces 2 to walk it off in the bottom. 1-2, swing and a miss. So not a 1-2-3 inning for Castillo, but he sets down the Aces on just 3 batters coming to the plate. Zeros on the board in the first. Kent back to work in the the top of the second. Quincy Lattimore, Jared Carr, and Liam Spence. Lattimore swinging a good bat, as most of these Giants are. 2-strike pitch, sent out to second. Khalil stays down on it. That's an easy out, number 1 for Kent. 4 up, 4 down for the big southpaw. See if Kent can take advantage of it. There's a fastball down the chute. Umpires in tonight's ball game, Warren Van Ruyen. Tonight is Kent's 134th career ABL game. It's his 46th start. Then the next season, he pitched in 14 more games, but all out of the bullpen. And he picks up his first strikeout of the night. 5 up, 5 down for Kent. Pitch down. Called a strike.
Looking to keep some of that momentum going.
Hot shot out to short, but Glendinning has it. Back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Steve Kent. He's rolling early. Darryl George, Ryan Lavarnway, and Jared Dale, the 3 due up for the Aces. 4-5-6. Counts 1-1 on George. Tied him up there. It's 1-2. Four strikeouts, 3 walks in that contest. He exited early, but the Adelaide bullpen was excellent that day. Didn't allow a run after Castillo left the game. Next pitch to Lavarnway. Chopper to third. Looks like Walters has that. He does. 2 up, 2 down in the second. And the game tied, 1 out in the bottom of the 10th. Ripped a liner to center. 1-1 to Jared. Swings over a breaking ball there. It's 1-2. Bat's coming along, and he's doing it playing a premium position. A lot of time at short, some time at third as well. There's a throw that gets by Spence. Dale can't move up because it didn't get far enough away, but Dale's on as a 2-out base runner. We'll wait for the official scoring on it. First pitch to the 7-hole hitter, Aaron Whitefield. Is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Guy who can hit for average in the bottom of the order. Gets one off the hands. He sends it into center field, a base hit. So after the first 2 were retired in order, Dale reached on an error. Whitefield now reaches on the single, and it's the second hit of the night for the Aces. With Dale at second for Jacob Robson. Fastball inside. It's called a strike, and it's 0-1. Castillo, a quick look at second. Pitch to Robson, he fouls it back. Modified shift for the Giants. Robson chases a fastball in the outer half, and he swings over it. So he's gone on 3 pitches. That ends the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 in the game for Starlin Castillo.
Against the lefty from Canberra. Here's the first pitch of the third, and it settles in there for a called strike. Looks like a breaking ball from Kemp.
He's getting quick outs, and he's keeping the ball on the ground. A couple ground outs in the second.
0-1. Breaking ball outside corner, count 0-2. As McArdle hits this one high in the air out to left field. Back is Burke on the track, against the wall, and that ball is gone. Jordan McArdle second homer of the series.
You see a fielder going back off the bat, you don't think so, but you just know with the wind that it's probably going to get out.
And Mincy last night was who he hit the home run off. This one popped. It's going to stay in the infield on the third base side. It's going to end up in the glove of Robbie Glendinning for out number 1. 4 hits in now 30 at-bats. 2-1. Hit on the ground to first. Scooped up by George. A race to the bag. Won by the defending Helms Award winner. 2 gone now in the third. One of the Phillies' newest prospects takes a called strike for him to join his childhood favorite team. 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a called strike. 2-2 again. Hit the other way into left. Burke is ranging back, and he's going to let this one go. Nick Ward goes yard. Second solo shot of the inning. And it is 2-0 Adelaide.
But again, the wind helped sail it over the wall.
So 2 gone still is the longtime Major League vet. The 2-1. This one is hit into the gap out in right center field. That is going to one-hop the wall, and it looks like it got over for a ground rule double.
Right now, look, the 2 home runs, both solo shots. Solos won't kill you. It's not much of a difference, whether.
But a 2-0 lead with a runner on second for Anthony Kirion ends up with a called first strike. Kirion came into the series with a .367 average for Adelaide. That's turned on and fouled. The pitch. Wave and a whiff, strike 3. Steve Kent gets his second strikeout of the game, coming in a big spot. They need to start again here. George Khalil leads off the third, takes a pitch for a called strike. They did not get the runner on second in with 2 outs, and that has to be some sort of positive momentum for the Aces as Khalil swings and misses at strike 2.
Khalil doing a good job fighting pitches.
Payoff pitch again. That missed low, and George Khalil is the Aces' first base runner in the third.
He could hit one in the gap here, make it second and third, and then all of a sudden a rally started.
First pitch to Burke. He turns on and hits it the other way in a multi-hit game for Chris Burke. Khalil rounds second as the ball's bobbled by Lattimore, and he slides into third base safely. Burke takes advantage and heads to second base.
The guy in front of you walks. You want to take a couple pitches, but Burke got a piece that he could handle in the middle of the plate and send it to left.
So no error given as Castillo looks over at second base. He'll kick and deal. Fouled away, 1-1. The 1-1. Hit up the middle to short, and that goes through for a base hit. Khalil scores easily. Burke will head to third, and the Aces are on the board. An RBI single for Robbie Glendinning.
To get into the outfield. Either way, it would have been a run. Take a look at that replay right there, and Burke did a good job going back to the bag, not running himself into an out, and then going to third.
Josh Tolles, the former Melbourne Aces hurler, is going to come out and get a bunch of warm-up pitches. Will face some of his former teammates. 2-0 to Skoll, and Tolles' first pitch is in there for a called strike. He's played the last 5 seasons for the Aces, returning to Adelaide for the first time since they were called the Adelaide Bite. As Skoll pops this into shallow left, Martinez calls off Walters and makes the grab. Division II with Rockhurst as the 1-0. Hit the other way. That's going to settle in for a base hit. This game is tied thanks to Darryl George as the ball is bobbled in right field, and Glendinning will walk on to third base. An RBI single for George and a 2-2 ball game.
This is really good fundamental baseball, and it's nice to see some hard hit balls. And not only that, the Aces are stringing them together. It's not like hit, then 2 guys make an out, then another hit.
2-2 game for Ryan Lavarnway, so a brand new ball game in the third as that pitch pops out of the catcher's glove. Robbie Glendinning slides into home plate, and a wild pitch gives the Aces the lead. Your 5th hitter, the man up right now, as we take a look at that wild pitch again. 10 years of Major League experience. The kick and the pitch. Breaking ball settles in there for a called strike. RBI single that tied the game as he's way out ahead of that breaker to make it 2-2. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball high and outside. And Tolles gets his first strikeout, a big out number 2 for the Giants here in the third. The hero last night, though, against his former teammate, Tolles, gets it in there for a called strike. He looks at second, 0-1. Fastball turned around and fouled, 0-2. A long pause, and he deals. That one is hit up the middle into center field for a base hit. George motors around third, but he's held up there. Dale advancing to second on the throw, held up by Carrion. So it's a 2-out single for Jared Dale.
Got a car on one bounce. Take a look at the All-Star Access Higher replay. Just another ball scalded off the bat of Dale. He got all barrel there. And yeah, Darryl running with 2 outs all the way, but
Helms Award winner in Aaron Whitefield. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for a called strike. 3-1. Breaking ball missing outside. It's ball 4. Second walk of the inning. First of the game for Tolles. And the bases are full of aces here in the third inning. 1-0. Fouled off his own leg. That one can't feel good. Future Hall of Famer after 500. 2-1 high chopper foul down the first base line, and it's 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A curveball fools Robson, and the Aces leave him loaded here in the third. But the damage done for Melbourne. 3-2 the score. Aces in the lead, and Quincy Lattimore chops it to third. Well fielded by Dale, but that's foul. And now the 0-1. Lattimore chops it behind him, and it's quickly 0-2. Lattimore, 4th-round pick of the Pirates back in 2007, drafted out of high school. And there he swings and misses at a breaker from Steve Kent. So 1 gone in the 4th to bring up Jared Carr, swinging and missing at a called strike back in that 9th inning. 0-1 from Kent. Hit on the ground, foul. As Kent, in his windup, kicks and deals. Foul tip into the glove of LaVarnway for a strike 3.
Kent's really settling in. 3 straight strikeouts, working around.
In a busy third inning for Adelaide. That first pitch to Spence is swung on and fouled backwards, 0-1. 3-1. Called strike 2 as the fastball settles on the outside corner. Gets himself set. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Steve Kent strikes out the side in the 4th, cruising through the Giants lineup. That comeback inning in the 3rd. 1-1. Swing and a miss. The curveball in there for strike 2. But he's been able to string together some solid hits for the Aces. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Half of those hits going for extra bases. 1-0. Hit high in the air out to center field. Not too far of a run for Carr, who makes the basket catch for out number 2. He's third with 367 behind Robinson and Skoll, as that's fouled away. As this one is cracked over to third. Speared by Walters, but he drops it. No throw over to first. Looking to take advantage. First pitch. Just catching the inside corner. A nice pitch by Josh Tolles against the big lefty out of Savannah, Georgia. Glendenning dancing at first. 0-1 to Skoll. Chopped to second base, but right into the shift. No one covering first, and Skoll's going to beat that out. A hustled infield single for Jake Skoll. And now 2 on and 2 outs for Darryl George, who swings and misses for a called strike. Left on right matchup. Tolles deals. Hit high and foul, 2-2. 3-2 again. Runners go. This is chopped to short. Charging is Martinez. He'll scoop it, fire to first, and that will end the inning.
Coming into this game, Kent owned a 2.70 ERA as a starter this season. Just 3 earned runs in 10 innings of work. Put up big numbers in the ABL. Here's the 2-1, swing and a miss. Good fastball there from Steve. He's not giving up free passes, and Another reason why the solo home run's not a big issue for him. Hot shot to short. Dale has it in the shift. So it's a 5-3 put out, but Dale was playing where he normally plays when he's at short.
Everyone in the Aces infield has played shortstop at one point this season, aside from Darryl George.
Makes it a lot easier to shift when you've got guys who can pretty much play every position on the diamond. And a lot of times we'll see over in the United States, teams use the defensive shift. As this one sent high in the air, deep right center. Robson gives chase. Whitefield, though, will make the grab in right center.
A really well-hit ball by January. But pretty much anything in the center field area, Aaron Whitefield's going to find it and make the grab, making that look pretty easy.
A lot of teams in the United States will use shifting to kind of hide somebody in the field. Here's the 1-1 from Kent, flicked foul, 1-2. Respectable 4.12 ERA in the minors. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Kent. He's got 6 in the game, and he continues to mow down these Giants hitters. LaVarnway, a 6th-round pick of the Red Sox out of Yale back in 2008. Takes a strike on the outer half. It's 1-1. In 120 career college games, he hit 33 homers. He smacked 33 doubles. Drove in 122 runs. 476 with 14 homers. He sends this one in the air to deep right. McCardle camps under it, though, and he makes the grab for the first out here in the 5th. He swings over that pitch. It's 2-1. Played in over 130 minor league games earlier this year. Every single day anymore. I mean, as days off become a bigger thing. Line drive into left, and Dale keeps on hitting. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. Another multi-hit game for Jared. He can do that later on. He's going to get at least one more at bat, probably 2. Dale takes off for second. A good throw down to second, and they got him. Anthony Kirion showing off his arm behind the plate.
Yeah, that was exactly like you said. A really good jump by Dale. You see him off and running low. And it looked like Whitefield tried to protect him with that bunt there.
So with 2 down and the base is empty, see what Whitefield can do, see if he can start something up. 1-1 popped up right side. We'll see who wants it. It looks like Ward's under it. He is. And the inning is over. I can't fault you for that. I'd be doing the same. If you got access to it, you might as well use it. McCardle and Ward solo shots for the Giants in the 3rd. That's it. Swing and a miss there from Nick. It's 2-2. See what he does here. 2-2, breaking ball whacked over to first. Nice job by George to knock it down. Foot race to the bag. He beat him.
How good has Georgie been over at first in these past couple of games? Jeepers.
Found him in a hurry.
Yeah, it was hit hard. Have a look at it here on the replay. Stops it, knocks it down. Then that little step on the bag.
Now, of course, I didn't have an opportunity to use it when he was on the mound because he wasn't giving up a lot of hard hit balls, which is good. That's what we wanted. 1-1 to Martinez. Bounce to the left side. This is a right side. It's going to be a tough play, but look at Darryl George with the flip. That's a ball. I think Martinez chopped that off the plate, so it bounced weird. And right there, just taking a look at where Martinez was and where George was, does it get this hot or hotter in Canberra? He must be used to it. 10 years over there. Well, his whole life over there, 10 years in the ABL.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the Canberra weather, I'll be honest. Or last night, I should say.
2-1, flicked foul. Not giving up free passes. That's why he's been so successful. 2-2. Hard hit on the ground to the left side. A jump throw from Glendinning across the diamond, and he got him.
What a play.
Robbie Glendinning channeling his Derek Jeter, and the inning is over. Back with you on Aces TV. Let's take a look at the play by Robbie Glendinning to end the top of the 6th. Backhand jump throw across the diamond. A beautiful throw to Darryl George, who stretched. Robson takes off for second. Pitches high. Throw is a good one, but Robson beat it. Taking a look at this replay right here.
Had a good jump.
And it was a good throw. It was bang, bang. Worked on his approach at the plate, and he's hitting a lot of balls hard. Check swing to the right side. He didn't want to do it, but it's going to be a productive out. 4-3 on the putout, and it works just as well as a hot shot to second would have. 3-0 taking all the way. And now Burke in the driver's seat with the count 3-1. Excuse me, 6 innings of 2-run ball for Kent on the flip side as Burke takes low, ball 4. 5-1-2-3 innings for Kent in his third start of the year. Here's Glendening with 2 at the corners. Big swing there, it's 0-1. 0-1, Glendening takes off the plate, but it's called a strike. And yeah, Glendening, you see him just dropping the bat there. 1-2, it gets away from Kirion. It goes up the netting, and Robson scores. 4-2 Aces, a much-needed insurance run. Burke up to second.
Things we talked about, getting the breaks.
So another man in scoring position. Full count offering coming with Skull on deck. Here's the pitch to Glendening, swing and a miss. Got him on the fastball up. That's out number 2 in the 6th. Especially with the launch angles. Not saying that was the case there, but
yep.
Now adding to the lead. Burke dancing out at second. Skull fouls off the 2-0. Everybody stayed to see the end of that one last night. Skull tips the 2-1 into the glove. It's 2-2.
Yeah, and then the fireworks going off, and it was just a great night.
3-2. Skull rips one into right center. It's down. Burke comes in to score. The ball gets all the way to the wall. Skull digging for 2. He stops there. It's an RBI 2-bagger with swagger for Jake Skull. And the Aces go up 5-2 here in the 6th. Starter Steve Kent, who has turned in a quality start. Kent needed 91 pitches to get through 6, so we'll see if he comes back out for a 7th. But if he doesn't, he's on the winning end right now thanks to what the bats are doing behind him. 1-0, Darrell chases. It's 1-1. Perth up big over Canberra in their game. Aces hoping they can get there, trying to stay alive. And George doesn't stay alive there. He goes down on strikes, and the inning is over.
2 home runs and a double. And after that double, he retired every single batter that he faced. That's the first time in the last 7 innings that Matt Beattie has allowed a base runner. 4 hits for Adelaide now. All of them have gone for extra bases. As Carr lifts this one deep into center field. Whitefield going back, looking up, and that ball is gone.
Here on the replay, Josh.
Well,
Actually,
first,
that's
this is
the home run.
Yeah, first this is the Carr home run. And now Peter Moylan is going to quickly come and take the ball from Matt Beattie. The Heat are the team that control their own destiny with their win against Canberra, their magic number to clinch a playoff spot. Perth won at 14-1. Josh Reddick was in to pitch for a little bit as this one is lifted over the glove of Jacob Robson. Looked like he had an easy fly ball, and Robson and Whitefield kind of got their signals crossed, it seemed like. A beautiful baseball sky once again in Melbourne, top of the 7th, with a less beautiful storyline unfolding here. John Kennedy coming on to replace Matt Beattie on first base, who is named Liam Spence. And now Jordan McArdle takes a first pitch slider. First strike 1. Lefty on lefty matchup. Kennedy deals, and it's another slider, another strike.
Yeah, good pitch, that one.
Coming in sticky situations. 0-2. Hit the other way to short, fielded by Dale. Flip to second for 1. On to first, double play, and that is massive for the Aces. So we can now close the book on both Aces pitchers as we take another look. Just a textbook double play. It's just that weird overshift again.
Yeah, it is.
Luckily, this is the last year of shifts in the U.S. Should be in the ABL as well. Another left-on left matchup. A big reason why Kennedy came in. And that's not good.
Nope.
High fly ball into right field. The wind's going to keep that in the ballpark, and Robson makes no mistake about it. He makes the catch on the warning track, and the Aces maintain the lead. And he'll face Lavarnway, Dale, and Whitefield for Melbourne. First pitch is in there for a called strike to Lavarnway. Doing everything in their power to keep their postseason hopes alive. Try and get into that potentially winner-take-all series against Perth next week with something to play for. 2-2. Hit on the ground to third. Walters there easily. He'll throw to first and get Lavarnway out for the first out of the 7th inning. It was in the negative numbers back home a couple days as Dale lays down a surprise bunt to third base.
Great bunt.
Fielded by Lott and no throw.
That's the second great bunt of the night. Now, let's not get carried away. Not that fast.
0-1 now to Whitefield, who's got a whole lot of speed himself. 0-1. Breaking ball, chopped down the third baseline. It won't be two. Walters speeding towards it. Across the diamond, and Whitefield safe. How about that for some speed? Aaron Whitefield beats out an infield hit, and there's 2 on for the Aces. And now Jacob Robson, who had a decisive insurance run in the 6th, looking to add some more to it. This one is hit up the middle, right to Martinez, and he's going to step on second for an easy double play. An unfortunate way to end the inning for the Aces. And we have a new pitcher for the Aces. Very new, well, not to some of you fans, but this punt 1-2-3 call to the bullpen brings Blake Townsend to the mound.
Put onto the roster, as I was saying, just added literally today.
Replacing Cody Mincy on the Aces roster as his first pitch for the Aces in about 5 years is in there for a strike on Nick Ward. Townsend, a 1-1 on Ward, deals. Grounds that to first. George has been busy. Sliding stop. Townsend gets the flip and tags the bag in time.
Play it first.
Let's take a look here. Deep into first base from George. Look at that stop. And Townsend, that's
Great
pretty clear
work
to me. Kirion, though, does have a good defensive play. Caught Jared Dale stealing a couple innings ago. Popped up again. Foul territory down the first base side, and that's going to be foul. And still.
I think you're right.
1-1, hit up the middle, but right to Whitefield. Charges forward, makes the grab in a 1-2-3 inning. A smooth return to the ABL for Blake Townsend. And the Aces now have what they hope to be their final inning of hitting today. Khalil walked to lead off that frame, as here he takes the first pitch from Lott in there for a called strike. In the stretch, he deals. Khalil hits that one towards second base. Running towards it is Ward. Sliding stop, and that just keeps it from rolling to the right fielder. And the glove has been there all year. Burke has just been hurting for playing time. It's a push bunt foul down the third base line. A nice idea. Has been a mainstay in this Melbourne team for a couple of years now in his 6th season with the Aces at just 21 years old. Weak grounder off of his own leg, and it's 1-2. Khalil takes a short lead off first. He hasn't tried to steal a base all year. Cut on a miss, strike 3. Throw back to first base. Saved by Spence. 1-0 to Glendenning now as Lott deals. Called first strike. It's 1-1.
That's a nice little breaking ball right there.
He has just hit wherever he's gone. 2-1. Fouled away, and it's 2-2. The second series of the season, but going back will be difficult for him. High fly ball out into right field, right to McArdle. He makes the catch in front of the track, and there's out number 2. Glendenning's been hitting the ball real well tonight. McGraw had some time off with the injury, so his arm might be fresher. 2-0 to Skoll, hit foul. 12 runs in the past 2 nights with this exact group. Skoll hits this one high in the air out to center field. Carr on the track. He's going to settle under it and make the catch on some brown turf, and that looked really close to breaking this game open.
Southpaw Dan McGraw on to close things out for Melbourne.
All of them have hit tonight. 2 of them, Carr and McArdle, have hit home runs. Josh and I did about that small ball.
Chopper to third, easy for Dale. Across the diamond to George. 5-3 the put out number 1 in the 9th. Gone back-to-back games, and pretty impressive for a guy who spent some time on the injured list. Now, of course, it wasn't an arm injury, but still, to come back from the injured list. He saved both wins in Sydney. And he's about to be 1 out away. Ground ball to Khalil over to George.
George Khalil to John.
So here's Liam Spence, the last chance for the Giants. 2 gone and no one on. Count 1-1 on Spence. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. We'll add the stat about the last time the Aces won back-to-back games. 2-2 from McGaw. Got him. Dan McGraw comes into the ball game, retires all 3 batters he faces, and the Aces have back-to-back wins for the first time since late November.